Welcome back to the New York Sports Exchange, episode number 187. We got our NFL Week 3 preview and best bets, college football Week 3 preview, Week 4 preview, and best bets. Also, by the way, we're going to post that. We're going to make this official on Friday, but we figured to give you guys sneak peek. We mentioned it in last week on Wednesday's episode, or Wednesday's episode. Today's Wednesday. Tuesday's episode we mentioned. Forgive me. It's been a day. But we're going to go live. TikTok and Instagram an hour before the college football slate starts. So that's 11 a.m. Eastern time, 11 a.m. Eastern before the college football games. We'll get best bets. Hop in the chat. Whatever game you want us to discuss in more detail. Let's say any of the games that we talk about here. If you want to talk about another random game, we got it all covered for you. Anything that you guys want, we got you with. And then same thing with the NFL. Yes, same thing with the NFL. Same thing with the NFL. Sunday, noon, instead of noon, right before the 1 o'clock games, we're going to preview our best bets. And anything that you guys want to talk about, we are all ears for. Open forum. That's what we're all about here. Freedom of speech is what we're all about here. That's what makes this country so great.
Democracy. I don't know how this got patriotic, but
I don't know, but I just felt a little American way there. All right, so we're going to, like we said before, we're going to preview, have our best bets for week 3. We're going to talk some college football, including Illinois, Indiana. That's a big one. Michigan, Nebraska, sneaky big one. ASU, Baylor, Utah, Texas Tech, much more. So let's get it started. Week 2. Well, I just hit my Yeti. Wasn't necessarily kind to me. It was very kind to Tim.
I had a great week.
Tim had a very great week. I hit on the Bengals -3.5 out of pure just luck. Thank you, Brian Thomas, and thank you to Travis Hunter for committing the worst, which just wasn't defensive pass interference, but hey,
it was a horrible call.
I'll take my wins. Bills Jets over did not hit. Bijan did not get his touchdown. For Tim, he swept the board. Dak got his touchdowns. Tyreek Hill got his receiving yards, and the Falcons covered the spread.
Light week.
So Tim is 4-2. I am 2-4. Still plenty of football left to be played.
But it feels good. It feels good to get off to a hot start. It feels good.
Yeah, that's nice to hear for you. That's nice.
Get in the win column early. Keep everything afloat. It's nice. Feels
sure. Good. Exactly. So without further ado, let's just get it started. Thursday night game, Dolphins, Bills. The Bills are favored by 12.5. The
Dolphins in no world would ever be favored in this game.
I don't think they'd be favored on Mars. The Bills are favored.
They might not be favored in the XFL, Stan. I don't even know about that.
The Dolphins are favored. Sorry, I said it again. You keep on saying the Dolphins. I'm losing. Bills favored by 12.5. Total set at 49.5. And I'm going to do it right now. I'm ringing the bell. I got something for this game. Early game, and I know what you're thinking, like, Stan, why are you betting anything from this game?
He's taking the over.
But no, I'm not. I'm actually taking James Cook over 87.5 rushing plus receiving yards. This is the best matchup that James Cook has had all year. Dolphins defense is in complete disarray. In week 1, they allowed Jonathan Taylor, who had 98 combined rushing and receiving yards. And then on Sunday, they let Ramondre Stevenson just work him. He had 142 combined rushing and receiving yards. Bills' main focus point of the offense against the Jets was running the football. James Cook had a day. I expect James Cook to have the same thing. So yeah, James Cook over 87.5 rushing yards on Thursday Night Football. Hoping we get a big one. I was debating between this or like Ray Davis over rushing yards, just because my mentality was just like, I think Bills dominate.
This gives you more security. Yeah, I don't know about that. This gives you a little more security.
It does exactly. Tim, you have anything from this game?
I got nothing from this game. It's gonna be a slaughter. I saw what the Bills did to the Jets last week. I don't think the Dolphins are any better than the Jets, and it's in Buffalo. It's just the 12.5 seems generous, to be honest with you.
That's what we said that's what we said the other day, where it was just like, it was 14.5. It dropped to 11, and it was like, oh shit, this is a win for Dolphins fans.
Yeah, I know. And I don't know. They stink. They need some sort of direction. Buffalo's going to rout them, so.
Yeah,
it's going to be a boring Thursday night game.
So one bet down on the board, James Cook over 87.5 rushing and receiving yards. Next game, another questionable game. The Packers taking on the Browns. Packers favored by 8.5. Total set I already know what this is. I'm still like shaking my head. Total is at 41.5. Tim, just say what you have from this. It's just so gross.
I got it at some value, got it at plus 175. I have Joe Flacco incomplete on first pass attempt. Listen, I had a good week last week. I like to get funky with it. This is a quick one. It's either hit or miss. I don't know. I like the Packers defense. They get in the backfield quickly. I'm expecting a 3-and-out on the first drive stand.
I have to like Stream East the first drive. Or sorry, Stream East is no longer.
Yeah, but
I hope Red Zone has that first drive locked in on the Browns.
Listen, I think the Packers are going to get in that backfield. They're going to make it a very uncomfortable for him. I think it starts from the get-go, and I don't think he completes the first pass. I just don't think he does. And I like the plus 175 value. I do. I think they go run, try and get that third down, third and long. They don't get it. And then they punt. That's how the first drive ends. That's how I pray
thinking. I pray it's like a slip screen to Quinshon Judkins first.
And I hope he drops it. I hope he just drops it. Little slip screen right to the hands.
Not one of my three, but I definitely like the Browns by the points here. I feel like the Browns the past two games have done pretty well. It's just that the record hasn't shown it. They did very well against the Bengals. A couple missed field goals go in. They're 1-1 instead of 0-2. They held their own for the most part against the Ravens last week, but the Ravens are the most talented team, one of the most talented teams in the sport right now. I think if they're just anything above a touchdown, like anything above 7, it's worth a shot.
Their defense is good enough to hold it.
Yeah.
But again, this Packers team might be a fucking team of destiny and could just go out and rout them. So we'll see what happens.
Yes. All right. Next game, a divisional game. Texans taking on the Jaguars. Jaguars favored by 1.5. Over under is at 44.5. Do we have anything here? Is this a bounce back spot for the Texans?
I don't have anything here. I can't believe they're plus money.
I'm still a little skeptical of the Jaguars despite the record.
That's what I'm saying. Me too. I don't love them.
Because everyone thought that
last week was brutal.
Last week was bad, but the week before, in week 1 against the Panthers, everyone kind of thought like, okay, this is the point where Bryce Young grows up, and he still hasn't. And then this game against the Bengals, they didn't really do much. I said it last
episode, dude.
I said in the last episode, it seemed like they just like stopped trying when Joe Burrow was out. I don't know. I'm still a little skeptical on Brian Thomas Jr. I said before that he's the most underwhelming fantasy player, maybe most underwhelming player in the league so far. So yeah, I'd lean Texans money line. I'd lean Texans money line. They lose 2 heartbreakers. I know I called them the Southern Steelers, but there may be a shot with the Texans there. What do you have?
Take the plus 1.5 if you really want anything, but I don't even know if I want anything from this game. I mean, maybe Texas money line's got value, but I don't. I'm skeptical of both these teams.
Yeah,
feels like a pick.
Trent Grisham's got 2 bombs on the day. 6-2 Yankees.
Fuck, the Mets really need this, man. 6-3 Padres.
Yeah. Next game. We go to Minnesota, the battle of the backup quarterbacks. Vikings favored by 3. Over under is at 41.5. And you know what, Tim? I'm ringing that bell. Yeah, you heard me. I'm ringing that bell. I have the Bengals plus 3.
Okay.
Jake Browning led the NFL in completion rate when he was getting the majority of the starts in 2023 when Burrow went down. He went 4-3 straight up. 8.2 yards per attempt as a starter, including a 27-24 win against Minnesota where he threw for over 300 yards, had 2 touchdowns against the same Brian Flores defense. Carson Wentz, since January 1st, 2022, he's 3-8 straight up and against the spread with a -9 point differential against the spread. And plus, Wentz has only been in Minnesota for a few weeks. Minnesota's also without Jordan Addison. They're without Aaron Jones. Christian Darrisaw is still questionable from his ACL recovery. Not Chad. Carson Kelly is still questionable with that concussion. And also, I almost said Chip Kelly. I know that was bad. Darrisaw's replacement, he's also questionable. Like, they're banged up on defense.
But he's Wentz, dude.
I know, but still, the game's gone.
I know.
Also, Vikings defense is still pretty banged up. Andrew Van Ginkel, Harrison Smith, Jeff Okudah, all questionable. I don't know. I feel like when you have top guys in your secondary, excluding Van Ginkel, considering he's a linebacker, against this wide receiver core of Chase and Higgins, it's going to open up. And Browning can throw, man. Browning's a solid backup option in this league.
You're giving a case for you should just take the money line here.
I know I'm giving a case for money line, but I'm going to play it safe with the points.
All right. I don't
I'm
blame
gonna
you.
play it safe. I'm gonna play it safe with the points. You have anything from this 10?
I don't. I mean, if I would, I would take Bengals. After that spiel, I would take Bengals money line. But no, I got nothing from this game. I don't.
All right. Next game, we got another divisional game. Falcons taking on the Panthers. Falcons favored by 5.5 on the road. Over under is at 43.5. Tim, what do we have here?
I'm not ringing the bell, but I really like Falcons by the points this week. I think they win by a touchdown. I honestly,
You love
after
the
what
Falcons. You love.
I
You
do.
love
You
the
were right.
Falcons.
I was anti-Falcons, but after last week, they look pretty decent. They're kind of a scrappy team, and I just don't think Carolina's got any grit. They kind of just roll over and suck. So I don't know. If I had to take anything, it would be Atlanta by the points. But
Yeah. Not one of my three, but I'd roll with Bijan over rushing yards. I think this Panthers run defense is abysmal. We saw what Bijan did we saw what this Falcons offense did last week against Minnesota. They set the tone, they set the pace by running the football, and it led to field goals. Now, do I think that playing for field goals is going to bring them success against Carolina? Probably not. They're going to find the end zone a couple more times than they did on Sunday night against Minnesota. So yeah, Bijan, I think you could get it at 75.5. I've seen 76.5. Yeah, that's not one of my three. Rushing, yeah.
I'll tell you right now, over under.
Yes.
Bijan right now is set at over 81.5 rushing yards.
Oh God, that climbed.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, I saw it at 75.5 last night.
Yeah, it's up there now.
Jesus, that climbed. I'd still take it though.
Yeah, him at 90 plus is plus 119, and then if rush plus receiving, minus 115 for 110 plus. So
yeah. Whew. Damn, I knew that was going to jump up too. My fault, guys. Next game, Steelers taking on the Patriots. Steelers favored by 1.5 on the road. Total is at 44.5. Anything here?
I'm not ringing the bell, but I really like the under. I don't know. I'm not fully sold in this New England offense. And again, we saw what Aaron Rodgers was like last week. He's getting old, dude. Age catches up to you. You know, week one adrenaline's out the window. It's week 3 now. I like the under in this game. I know what Pittsburgh's defense brings to the table, and Drake May's still kind of a young quarterback. So
yeah. Also, with what these two coaches do, like
yeah,
it seems like
it's
they're
gonna be
very
scrappy.
gritty, hard-nosed coaches, and the defense is all the way down with Tomlin and Vrabel. And you know, I feel like you would trust both defenses far more than either of those two offenses right now.
Exactly.
Even though the Patriots offense put up, 34 points?
Against a high school defense?
I know. Against high school defense. Yeah, I'd roll with the under too. Mike Tomlin unders between 40 and 49 in the first 7 Steelers regular season games. 58, 24, and 1. That's a 71% clip. And on the road, in the first half of the season, Tomlin unders are 56, 31, and 1. That's a 64% clip. So you got the stats on your side there, Tim. I'd probably going to lean the under as well.
Yeah, we know how Tomlin is. He's been doing it for years, and we know what the Patriots are. So it's going to be a defense first game.
Yep. All right. Next game, playoff rematch. LA travels to Philly. The Rams travel to Philly. Sorry. Eagles favored by 3.5. Totals at 44.5. Oh, we both got something for this. What do you got?
I actually have something a little, again, off the board here, Stan. But, you know, I like my pick here. Listen, it's a revenge game. Stafford wanted that win last year. He probably should have got it in the playoffs. I mean, it was a close fucking game.
Yes.
He's been kind of on a roll. I know he's got a pick this year, but I like Matthew Stafford under 0.5 interceptions at minus 110. I think he's going to have a clean game. I think he's going out for some revenge, going to take care of the football. I think they jump all over them. I honestly think the Rams win this game, Stan. What we've seen from the Eagles the past 2 weeks, little lackluster. I really like what the Rams have been doing. Kind of rolling with them this week. So give me Stafford not to throw a pick.
Looking at these two teams compared from last year to this year, it feels like the Eagles were the superior team while everyone was thinking last year was an inferior version of the Los Angeles Rams. This year, I think it's the
kind
complete opposite.
Yeah.
I'm taking the Rams plus 3.5. After what I saw from this Eagles, I'm just disgusted with this Eagles offense. And you know, mentioned in our takeaways, I know all the comments.
And I love the Rams defense.
And I love this Rams defense too, by the way. And plus, I think, again, this is a young secondary. You know, Quinyon Mitchell taking on either one of Puka Nacua or Devontae Adams. Sean McVay is going to have a field day with this. Field day with the secondary. Stafford's going to be throwing the ball a lot, so I'm worried about your interception bet, Tim, because that Eagles run defense is pretty good.
I'm not.
But I'm still going to take the Rams plus 3.5 here. I think this is a good revenge spot for Stafford, McVay, and company. So I have my 3 already. I got James Cook over 87.5 rushing and receiving yards. Rushing plus receiving yards. I got the Bengals plus 3, and then the Rams plus 3.5. Tim, you still got one more to go, right? You got Flacco to throw an incomplete pass.
Yeah, Matt Stafford not throw a pick.
And Matt Stafford, Jesus! All right, you have a trend fitting
quarterback heavy this week.
Damn. All right, next game. The Raiders travel to Landover, Maryland. Speaking of the Commanders, the last hill they had to climb to get their new stadium passed just got passed.
There you go.
By 2030, I think, the Commanders will have a new stadium. Thank God, because that FedEx Field is disgusting.
Outdated.
So gross. Very outdated. Commanders favored by 3 and a hook. Over-unders at 44.5. Tim, do you have anything from this one?
The under? Again, I might lead the under. It's 44.5.
That's a good one, considering that they're erring on the side of caution with Jaden Daniels, and considering how bad the Raiders' offense looked.
Mm-hmm.
Depending on, and I know this Commanders' offense has been bad, but depending on the health of Daniels, I'd stay away until the injury report comes out. Wait until, the injury report's coming from practice tomorrow and Friday.
It's a game you can stay away from. There's a lot more on the slate. It's just, it's not as interesting as the other ones.
Yeah, some pretty good 1:00 games, I will say. Eagles, Rams, I'm going to be entertained by that. Falcons, Vikings.
Me too. Battle the backups.
Yeah, why not? All right, next game, Tim. Your Jets travel to Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay favored by a touchdown and an extra point. Over under at 43.5. No Justin Fields. It's going to be Tyrod Taylor.
Do I hate that? Not really. I really don't.
Not necessarily.
I don't necessarily hate that.
The Bucs have been, now granted, Baker Mayfield, that game-winning drive
Can I bet on Baker to have a game-winning drive? Could I do that? Is that possible?
Maybe. As long as it helps you cover. Who knows? But the Bucs have been pretty lucky as of late. Those first 2 games, some pretty lucky wins.
But you know what, Stan?
But you're playing the Jets.
But they always win like that, no? I mean, I feel like Baker, every single game, it comes down to the wire and they end up closing it out. And I just feel like the Bucs always play that way. I feel like it always comes down to the wire and they end up closing it out. They seem like they do it every week.
But do you think that this Jet team with Tyrod Taylor can keep this game close?
He looked better than Justin Fields last week. So.
Well, that was one drive against probably the Bills' backup defense.
I mean, when you put Tyrod in on the Giants, he was pretty good, no? He's got a good deep ball. He's got a good deep ball.
Oh my God. And we'll get to we got to the Colts yesterday, but there was one play that Tyrod had. He was with the Giants. He was just standing in the pocket and just leaned back and just threw it and went 60 yards to Darius Slayton.
He's got a cannon, dude.
I'm if he can do this, Jones can do this. And he just never did.
I don't know. Honestly, I'm kind of I was looking at it earlier to see if the Lions came out for him. They didn't. I don't know. Is Tyrod's over on passing yards a decent play this week?
Oh God, let's see what it is on DraftKings, and then,
I don't think it came out yet.
Has it? Actually, yeah, it's Wednesday. Maybe not. Maybe there's got to be a line somewhere though. Where did you say passing yards or touch?
Yeah,
or
passing yards.
Passing yards. 207. That's not bad. Not bad at all. Okay, next game have another divisional game. The Colts taking on the Titans. Colts favored by 4.5. Total is at 43.5. 2 very opposite ends of the spectrum here for both of these teams. The Titans, I believe they have not covered a game since November at home.
Yeah,
that may be a lie.
They fucking stink. Who knows?
Well, actually, I believe they were 3-14 against the spread last year. They were one of the worst teams against the spread from what I remember.
Yeah, if I don't have a best bet, I don't have one from this game, but you want my best bet from this game, I love the Colts minus 4.5. I think Vegas is severely underplaying how good Daniel Jones has been for this team. And what they did last week to beat the Broncos, dude, I don't know. I think they might torch them.
Maybe lean under just because the Colts haven't played an outdoor game all year, so maybe that could go into account. But this is a disgusting stay away game.
Yeah, but Daniel Jones used to that weather, man. Used to that weather.
It's in Nashville, but still though,
it's nice out then. What are we complaining about?
3 of his best games were in a dome, if we're all being honest here.
All right,
the game against Minnesota, and now the first 2 games this year as a Colt.
Well, we're about to find out this week. aren't we?
Is Daniel Jones an indoor merchant? We discuss next on First Take. All right. Next game.
How
Saints
does that
taking on
affect LeBron's legacy?
Yeah. Moving on to the 4:00 games. Seahawks are play host to the Saints. Seahawks favored by 7.5. Total is at 41.
Talk about a
and
game
a
I'm
half.
not going to watch.
Yeah, this. Oof. Maybe Saints.
Okay.
Maybe Saints to cover.
Maybe, but this is like a heavy maybe. It's not like I would put any
It's
money.
a heavy maybe, but I will say, like, Rattler has looked good.
You're a big Rattler guy. I don't know why, but you've been defending him for like 3 weeks.
No, I've been defending him for like the past like 3 weeks, but I'm saying, like, I think that Kellen Moore, I don't know, I just think that this Kellen Moore offense has kind of changed him. Like, we're seeing what this Eagle offense has done without Kellen Moore.
Dude, he didn't.
And it's just this
Spencer Rattler didn't work out
offense.
Spencer Rattler didn't work out at like 4 different colleges, and now in the NFL, like I don't think there's this crazy turnaround.
Where did he go? It was Oklahoma. He left. God, where did he go back? Was it South Carolina?
He finished at South Carolina.
I think he only.
Did he go to 2?
No, he only went to 2. Oklahoma and South Carolina.
4 times.
Also, I think too, the QB1 documentary did not help him.
Yeah, he was a dick, dude.
Yeah, but I really like Rattler. I
don't know why you do. You love him.
The underlying numbers for New Orleans, like, they don't suck. And this is against a Seattle team that I know they beat Pittsburgh, but we were saying about Pittsburgh, like, the fact that they lost that game at home like that to that team is embarrassing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Mean, his stats aren't terrible.
Like, he looks good. Like, he looks comfortable in the pocket. Like, it's not like...
Rattler not to throw a pick?
I don't know. It's not a bad... I'll lean the 7. If it stays at 7, I'll take the 7.
All right. I mean, I just this isn't anything I would be like head over heels for. I would just, if you need something from this game.
Maybe we discuss further on the live stream at 12 noon on Sunday and 11 a.m. on Saturday before the college football games on TikTok and Instagram Live. Shameless plug. Anyway, next game we got
Roman
AFC
swipes.
West.
No, I'm kidding.
Roman God. Next game we got an AFC West showdown at SoFi. The Chargers taking on the Broncos. Chargers favored by 2.5. Total is at 45.5. Tim, is this your last one? No, not yet.
It's not. It's not. But this is a tough game for me. I got 2 Oregon quarterbacks, 2 of my own, going up against each other. I'm gonna stick with. Yeah, I know you're right. I'm gonna stick with my guy. Jay Herbo's been my guy since he came in the league. I said it before everyone else. People were so doubtful that this guy was gonna be an elite quarterback. He's proven it this year. They're gonna do it again. 155. I like it. I like taking just
not bad. Not bad.
Yeah, San Diego, LA by the money line. Take me back.
Reject modernity. Embrace
tradition.
Nostalgia. Embrace tradition. Yeah, I'm gonna lean Chargers on this one. Bo Nix has not looked good. I don't know. I think we're seeing a little sophomore slump. Bo Nix here. Yeah, happens. I'll lean Chargers there. All right. Next up, Dallas taking on Chicago. This game opened like. This is and Tim's ringing the bell, and I'll get to you. This game opened with Dallas as 3-point underdogs, and then immediately shifted over Dallas's way. Dallas now favored by 1.5. Total is at 50.5. Tim, you're ringing the bell. What do you got?
You know what? Have I taken Dallas 3 weeks in a row? Someone on Dallas? I know I didn't take Dak last week, but
you took Dak. I don't think we didn't have an episode on the before the Thursday game between
so
Dallas
two
and
weeks
Philly.
in a row I'm picking Dallas. I like Dallas minus 1.5. I was so wrong about this Bears team. They don't impress me at all. They look so lackluster. I don't really trust Caleb Williams in that pocket at all. He seems to make the wrong decision every single time. Always tries to extend plays, tries to make it so much harder for himself. Yeah. I don't know. I love Dak Prescott. If you guys couldn't tell, I am like the #1 Dak Prescott supporter in the world. I think this guy's a stud, and everyone hates him for no reason. So
it's because of the star in his jersey. If he was on any other team, I'd like him.
Stats back him up, man. He's great, and everyone wants to shit on this guy, and he's a good fucking quarterback. Worth the money. Yeah, I'm taking a minus 1.5. I like the Cowboys this week.
Are you worried about like fatigue, considering that the Cowboys just played an extra quarter of football, like literally an extra quarter of football, because Aubrey hit that field goal when time expired in overtime?
Yeah, nah. I mean, it's week 3. Listen, if you're getting fatigue at week 3, you got more issues than.
But I feel like that isn't necessarily an issue because it's week 3. I feel like if you're fatigued in
You should be fresh.
Like,
You had the whole off season to get ready.
5 quarters of football.
All right,
5 quarters of football
against the Giants. No, I'm kidding. Listen,
fuck you.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. No, I don't think they're gonna have fatigue. I mean, the Bears just got fucking routed.
Also, I think the Bears do much better at home than on the road.
Really? Because how did last week play out? And what did were they away at week 1? Were they away week 1?
They scored more. I remember what I said in our week 1 recap. I said, like, there's positives to this. You dropped 24 points against a pretty good defense.
Oh,
you just shit the bed.
Yeah, well, they let up 21 points in the fourth quarter, and the 1.5 covered. So I'm sticking with what I got. It's gonna hit. I'm telling you, it's gonna hit. I'm gonna sweep this week with those 3 crazy picks. You're gonna be so mad.
I swear to God, if I turn on Red Zone and I see like a Joe Flacco
immediate duck, just a pick,
throw my television. The worst thing they could do is Tommy Reese be like, "All right, let's show them what we're made of," and just goes 4 verts.
Yeah, first play is like, screw it. House call, first play. Let's set the tone.
Tommy Reese is just like, we have nothing to lose here.
Let's set the tone.
I do. Yeah, but maybe I'd lean Bears. Just a few. I don't know. Maybe
you
a hangover
hate the fucking Cowboys. You hate them.
Yeah, I do. But like, you saw that defense too, Tim. Like,
I did.
It's not good.
I did, but you know what?
Also, this is a revenge. This is a revenge game for the Bears. If anything, Matt Eberflus is the defensive coordinator for the Cowboys.
Last week was a revenge game for the Bears. How'd that play out?
For the Lions, not the Bears.
All right, well, Ben Johnson obviously wanted to get a win against the Lions, his old team. I mean, same sort of situation.
I think you need to understand what a revenge game is.
Nah, all I know is Cowboys are going to cover the 1.5 spread. That's what I know.
All right. Okay. Last game of the 4:00 slate. The Niners taking on the Cardinals. The Niners favored by 2.5. Total is at total. Oh my God, where is it? 45.5. Thank you. I'm gonna lean San Francisco here. Dare I say? I'd lean San Francisco.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I'd lean the Mac Jones Niners. There's a shot that Brock Purdy may play.
I don't think they need him.
Also, Arizona could be down all 3 of their starting cornerbacks. They're all injured. And also, Arizona getting outgained by 54 yards a gain. They were outgained 316 to 276 by New Orleans and outgained 352 to 293 by Carolina, despite having a 2-0 record and a positive point differential. They have a plus 12 point differential. San Francisco's also 2-0, but they're plus 9 in the yard differential, outgaining opponents by 96 yards a game right now.
Yeah, I think the stats just completely point towards San Francisco.
If you bet based on stats, it's San Francisco.
And if you bet based on watching football, it's also San Francisco, dude. Yeah. Arizona's not a trustworthy team. I don't, again, they're just...
Also, dare I say, Mac Jones, like, in the game against the Saints, both these teams played the Saints.
Mac Jones looked better than Kyler Murray?
Looked much better than Kyler Murray. Just from, like, seeing him, and also stat-wise. Like, Kyler threw 2 touchdowns, 130 net passing yards on 34 dropbacks. Mac Jones, 3 touchdowns, 267 net throwing yards, and on 42 dropbacks.
I think San Francisco's a better team. I think Brock Purdy, without Brock Purdy, they're going to get it done. So I would just lean towards San Francisco this week. Minus 162, I think that's good value for money line.
This spread's kind of been, like, all over the place, though, considering, like, how both teams looked last week. You know, Mac Jones still playing. Yeah. And the Cardinals too. They're down.
That's what I'm saying.
Top 3 corners.
Everyone's banged up.
Yeah. All right. Next game, we go to Sunday Night Football on NBC. What world are we living in? What world?
Who scheduled this game?
The 0-2 Chiefs take on the 0-2 Giants. I swear to God, if they win this game, that may be like
they're not going to win this game.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. On DraftKings, the Chiefs are favored by 6. Totals at 45.5.
I want to ask you a question. Is 6 disrespectful to the Chiefs, even though they're 0-2?
No.
Okay. That's all I want to know.
I think I'm happy to be favored by a touchdown here.
You got a better line than we do, and we're playing underdogs. The Bucks.
Yeah, that's insane. I mean, the Chiefs are just the better team here. I mean, even though Xavier Worthy may play. If he plays, he's going to be in a harness. this game was also like, why is this on Sunday Night Football?
It's at
Like,
MetLife, though. You got the home fans.
Even when this schedule came out, I was like, why is this game on Sunday Night Football? Like, why?
Why? Giants get some Sunday night games, though.
They do, just because of the market, but like, let's all be honest. Like, I don't.
It's two of the bigger like fan bases going at each other, though. It brings in a crowd. I mean, the game's not going to be good. No offense, but
who knows? Like, this is honestly, this game opened at 5, and I saw some at 5.5. And if it moves towards the Giants, I think the Chiefs lose very little. Like, there's really like,
this is a get right week for the Chiefs. This is to get the first one on the board. And you know what, Stan? And if I'm wrong and the Giants win, then good for you guys. That means the Chiefs are a lot worse than we thought they were. But Sunday night at MetLife, first Patrick Mahomes. I don't know.
As an emotional hedge, I'll take the Chiefs and just kind of say a prayer.
Minus 325. Where do you value get that?
No, I'll take the number.
The -6.
I'll take the money.
But here's the bad thing with that.
6 and 7 are key numbers in the NFL. I can't believe I just did that.
But here's the bad thing with that, Stan. Chiefs would buy a field goal. Now it just sucks, you know. Now you're just damn.
Tim, some news for you. The Bucs could be down 3 starting offensive linemen this Sunday against the Jets. Tristan Wirfs has yet to play this season. Cody Mauch is out with a knee injury, and Luke Goedeke out for the year with a foot injury. He got hurt in that Monday night game. So Bucs down 3 key offensive linemen.
I wish I could say it really mattered, but
yeah, that's true.
I don't know.
That's definitely true.
I don't know.
And last but not least, we have our Monday Night Football game. Ravens taking on the Lions. Ravens favored by 4.5 at home. Totals at 52.5. This is going to be a fun game. I don't really have like anything like
the over, maybe.
I don't have anything yet, considering it's Wednesday and we're talking about a game that's 8 days from now. Yeah. So,
but it's in Baltimore, and
it is in Baltimore. I'd lean the Ravens. I just lean the Ravens. That's not a knock on the Lions. I just think that this team has just put up 40 points, and this Lions defense is a very volatile defense.
I don't love the over.
Over is a good one, but it's I don't know. Is the primetime under? Are primetime unders still a thing?
Let me look it up.
Haven't really been. Yeah, like, are primetime unders still a thing here? As I get ready to pull up
primetime betting trends. Underdogs against the spread are 146, 130, and 5.
That's not a good. Actually, what is 146 divided by 130 divided by 5? That's okay. I completely did that.
The unders it's 52.9%, but the unders 158, 120, and like 24. So.
All right, that's a pretty good clip.
Yeah, let me see. Let me see. I get some.
Yeah, I always hesitate to bet an over in a primetime game. I don't.
Yeah, no, I know what you're saying. Yeah, the over's in primetime, 120, 158, and 43%. So, yeah, I get it, but sometimes you got to take a chance. It's a good game for it.
But we'll definitely have an answer. I think that we'll definitely have a good grasp on it by the live on.
We need more time.
We'll definitely have a good grasp on that game
by the.
Yeah, really. We'll have a good grasp on that game by the live on Sunday, I would assume. Who knows? The line could move towards the Lions' favor, because if it's 3 to hook, I'm hammering the Ravens.
There'd be no reason not to.
Absolutely. All right, let's go to the college football slate. Pretty good week of college football. Last week, we talked about Notre Dame losing to A&M, LSU putting belt to ass on Florida. What else was there? Georgia Tech, Clemson goes down. Oregon with a big win over Northwestern. Well, not necessarily a big win, but it was a dominating. They won by a lot. They didn't cover.
Well, yeah. What was it, 38?
26.5.
All right. My fault.
26.5. So let's get it started. We'll go from noon on to the big games. And then, as we mentioned before, if you want to talk any other games in depth on the TikTok or Instagram live, come join us. Hop in. Love talking ball with people. All right. This is probably the big game of the slate here. This is possibly a Texas. Oh my God. This is possibly a Big 12 championship game preview. Texas Tech goes to Salt Lake City. They're taking on Utah. Utah's favored by 3. The fact that this game is at 10 a.m. local time is disgusting.
Terrible.
That's awful.
I'm looking at that right now.
What Fox has done to Big Noon is just ridiculous.
Criminal.
Absolutely criminal. Utah's favored by 3.5. We mentioned Utah and we mentioned Texas Tech in the offseason. Devin Dampier looks pretty good, and his offensive coordinator leaving that job and leaving New Mexico to take the same job at Utah. Dampier goes with them. Utah got a pretty big win over UCLA to start the year. Since then, I believe they just played some FCS schools, if I'm not mistaken. They beat Wyoming. They beat, oh my God, what? Is that Cal Poly? Yes, it is. Good job by me. Don't really tell. Oh, did the Mets score?
Dude, I think Francisco Alvarez just hit the legit top of the fence.
Oh no. Yankees blowing it.
Dude, it would be 6-4 in the bottom of the seventh and just hit that homer. This game's fucking huge. Sorry. I mean, this is like literally one of the biggest games of the year for the Mets.
Yeah, this is.
All right, I hate to switch just to baseball real quick, but if anyone who's looked at the wild card standings, if the Mets sweep San Diego, they're 2 games from taking their spot. So we're not like entirely out of this decent wild card race here.
Yeah, it's a pretty big.
And they sweep. That's gone. That's over the wall. 6-4, man. All right, 6-4 San Diego, but the Mets are alive.
All right. Mets are back. With this game, I think the offense is going to tell a lot. We mentioned Texas Tech. In the offseason, they spent a lot of money on this team. And while Texas Tech has played some shitty teams, they've covered some big numbers. They were favored by 55 against Pine Bluff. They were able to cover the spread. They were favored by 47.5 against Kent State. They were able to cover the number. They played Oregon State. They were favored by 24. They were able to cover that number. Are we thinking high number? Are we thinking a high total here? Are we thinking this is going to be a Whittingham game where just, the trenches just dominate? I don't know. I like Utah to win, but
me too.
I don't know.
Their defense hasn't let up any point. They haven't let up any points. So it's like I don't know. They played shit schools, right? So I don't really know what their defense is. Like they've looked good, but they haven't really played anyone.
So final score of the UCLA, they gave up 10 points against UCLA, 9 points against Cal Poly, and then 6 points against Wyoming, where I believe they were down going into halftime against Wyoming. No, they were up 3-0 going into halftime.
Yeah, they've allowed 122 passing yards a game. I mean, that's nothing.
I mean, it's a small sample size, though. You're playing shitty teams.
I know, that's my thing. We haven't really seen them like against top talent. This is sort of the week for that.
And I think that's a common theme for this, just because, especially for this week, because there's a lot of teams that are playing big games, i.e. Indiana, and they've played some
right. And this is the test week where you find out what they actually are. And because I don't really know what Utah is yet. I don't. They've looked good at 3-0, but I don't really know how this game. I don't really know how this game's going to go. To be honest with you, I feel like it can go.
I don't know either.
I think Utah's going to win, though. They've been playing well. I think they're going to win. I don't know how or by how many.
I just think that Devin Dampier just brings a whole new identity to this offense. They finally have a healthy quarterback. We've been saying for the past 2 years, if Cam Rising's healthy, Utah's got a real shot. Cam Rising's gone. That burden is off your back. So now you have Devin Dampier, who's been nothing short of phenomenal all year. And we'll see. I like Utah.
The over-under set at 57. Was it 57.5, 58? I think
57. I've seen 57.5. Yeah, 57.5.
Dude, I like this one. I'm so on the fence. I don't know what to take. I'm going to lean the under because Utah's defense has been good and maybe they stay consistent. But
next game, Michigan taking on Nebraska. Michigan is favored by 2.5. Totals at 45.5. We look at Michigan's schedule. They had a rough loss against Oklahoma on the road 2 weeks ago. They were able to bounce back against Central Michigan. Now, keep in mind here, Jerome Moore suspended for this game. This is a part of his self-imposed ban. It was last week's game and this week's game that he self-imposed, and then I believe the Big Ten added an extra game, so he's suspended next week too. Bliff Poggi, have you seen this guy, Tim? Bliff Poggi?
No.
He's a gem. Is his name Bliff Poggi? Right, that's his name. Biff, not Bliff.
Biff Poggi.
Look at this. I'm going to send you.
I looked him up. Looking him up right now. Yeah, this guy's a gamer.
Dude, he's just like an OG football guy. He was the head coach at Charlotte last year. He left to take the associate head coach job at Michigan. He's now the interim head coach, and he was talking about how much of a luxury it has to have Bryce Underwood. He's like, oh, it's easy. It's very easy. And Bryce Underwood had his best game last week. And in the game against Oklahoma, because you could tell that Poggi Biff Poggi let Bryce Underwood throw the ball. I believe Underwood's stats last week against Central Michigan, I know they put up 63 points, but still though, Underwood looked really, really good. 16 to 25, 235 yards, a passing touchdown and 2 rushing touchdowns. He ran for 114 yards. His longest rush was 28 yards. He averaged 12 yards a carry. If Underwood's playing to his full potential, because he didn't, from what I remember, he didn't necessarily run a lot against Oklahoma, if I can check the stats.
I mean, he was 9 for 24 with 124 passing yards.
Yeah, Underwood only ran the ball 3 times. It was for -1 yards. I don't think Sharon Moore's really letting this kid play to his full potential. I think if Underwood's playing to his full, if
he looked
Poggi's
brutal against Oklahoma, he looked terrible.
Looked brutal, and then he looked phenomenal against Central Michigan. Now, albeit it's Central Michigan, but again, the head coach here comes into play.
Listen, last week's definitely a confidence boost for him. I think that'll, potentially roll over going into this week. I don't trust him, dude. I still don't. I didn't like him going to that Oklahoma game. I said he's kind of a fraud, and so is this team. They got smoked. I know last week against Central Michigan, different story, but kind of a tough game this week. It's never easy against Nebraska, especially Nebraska, Michigan. So I don't.
And Rayola's been pretty solid this year. He hasn't thrown an interception all year.
I don't love Michigan, dude. I really don't. If they can run all over them, then it's probably over. But
I kind of do though. I like this Michigan team. Maybe I could see this being just like a grinder 2017 game, just classic Big Ten football.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if there's any lines. I can't find any lines.
On what?
I want to see the over-under for this game.
46.5.
Okay. That's interesting.
It changes things.
That's interesting. It's definitely something to think about.
All right, next game. This is the Jackson Arnold revenge game. Him and his Auburn Tigers will be taking on his former school, Oklahoma, with Heisman favorite John Mateer. Oklahoma favored by 6.5. Total is at 47.5. This is interesting just because of how Auburn has won their games. Auburn, we look back to 2 weeks ago, we talked about this game. Auburn lived, breathed, and died on the run game the whole way. Lived, breathed, and died on the run game. And now Oklahoma's defense stopped the Michigan run game. They're a very good run defense. So now Jackson Arnold has to throw the ball. Oklahoma's defense is top 20 in rushing efficiency. And Auburn has not created any passing explosives in their offense whatsoever. I think Mateer is going to show why he's the Heisman favorite. He'll have plenty of success scrambling and passing the ball. Auburn's defense is 105th in tackling and 122nd in coverage grading.
They're good on third down, though.
So they're all right. But
I had to sneak it in there.
You had to sneak it in there. I'm gonna lean Oklahoma for this one. This game open, maybe the under, just because the defenses here are pretty good defenses.
I like Oklahoma to cover.
Auburn has some good NFL talent, so maybe
that doesn't necessarily translate though to like a good, because we've seen it before.
Also, keep in mind when we post our photos for college football on our social medias, that is only to pick who wins. There's no cover. There's no spread involved. There's no total involved. Whoever wins,
you'll get that in the live stream.
It's exactly. See what we're doing here. It's all coming together.
Yo, are you serious?
We both got
Mason Miller's in the 7th.
Shit. Damn. God damn.
Soto's up with the runner on first.
Next game of the big ones. We got finding it. There it is. Illinois. Actually, no, I missed it. Unless, am I just blind?
Which game? We have Florida, Miami.
Nope, never mind.
About that.
No, I got it. Baylor taking on ASU. Baylor's favored by 2.5. Total is at 59.5. Baylor coming off of a pretty big win. I believe their bye was last week, if I'm not mistaken. Actually, no, they played Stanford. They're coming off a 42-7 win against Stanford. ASU coming off a good bounce back win against Texas State after the loss to Mississippi State. I may go over here.
I like the over Baylor to cover. That's what I like.
I'm just going to stay with the over for now. This Baylor defense is terrible. The Baylor defense is terrible, and the Baylor offense is probably one of the best offenses in the country. So I think the over is a very, very safe bet here, especially when Jordan Tyson's on the field for ASU. I just think that that's going to be that's going to be hell for whoever's got that
ASU's
assignment.
super inconsistent, though. I don't know.
I know, but I don't know.
Again, small sample size,
Yeah,
right? It's
very,
only week
yes.
3, but
And it was also how they started last year. They had a pretty slow start last year.
and they
It's
picked
just
it up.
the difference between this year and last year is that there's a lot more eyes on ASU than there were last year.
Well, when you start
At
ranked,
this
that's
time.
what happened.
That's exactly what happens. Yeah, I'm going to lean under. Sorry, I'm going to lean over for this one. We'll get an official play on Saturday's live stream. Getting good at this plug-in thing,
There
by
you
the
go.
way. Next up, two big games happening at the same time. We'll start with the one on ABC. Miami taking on Florida. Miami favored by 7.5. Total is at 51.5 on some books. This is like there, and I understand the people that were heavy on Florida last week against LSU because it's a good bounce back spot. The Mets tied up. What happened? Speak.
They got to review it because I think Soto just hit the foul pole and they said it was foul. It would have been a 2-run homer to tie the game off Mason Miller. I hate to keep interrupting, but again, this is one of the biggest Mets games of the year.
Oh my! We'll stay. I can't stop laughing. We'll stay.
That nicked it. I think that nicked it. No, stay. No.
Did it hit? Anyway,
I think it nicked it.
I think with Florida, there was a lot of money on Florida. Like it opened big, and then it was at 4.5 by kickoff. It opened at 9, and then now it's down to 7. Like it's down to more than a touchdown. Like why are we doing this with Florida? Like why? They suck.
They stink. Yeah. No. I just wanted to get that in before I double peek at this Soto thing. They're Garbo, and I think it's time that they kind of just accept that.
Yeah, I think it's time. It's just like the offensive line's terrible. Lagway with 6 turnovers. They called it foul.
I don't know. It's the closest thing
It's
I've
still
ever seen.
being reviewed.
It's like inches from like the bolts of the foul pole. Like we're looking at like where it's secured on the wall at this because it just cleared.
God. So the call on the field is foul,
and they're reviewing it right now. It's taking a while, dude. It's like one of those, like, it's like inches.
I'm looking at, like, the score chats.
No!
They called it foul.
Damn it. Man, my heart just sank. All right, sorry.
Tough, man. Tough. But I think we're all in agreement here. Florida.
Miami by, I don't know, whatever you want to take Miami by, take them by. I think this Florida team is probably one of the most disappointing college football teams we've seen in a while, just from a hype standpoint.
Behind last year's Florida State?
Yeah, probably, I would say.
Yeah.
It's just coming out of Florida.
I think so. All right,
fucking struck out. Damn it!
Tough. All right, last game of the big games. Indiana taking on Illinois. Indiana favored by 6, a solid 6. Totals at 52.5. I'm gonna lean under. I think these two. Again, it's the Big Ten.
Yeah, I've also been I've been seeing some books at 55.5, dude. It's all over the place.
Brett Bielema is going to focus on running the football and establishing the run game, and I just think it's just going to be too much. Do I think Indiana wins this game? Yes, just because I think Fernando Mendoza, now albeit it was against, Indiana State, Kennesaw State, and Old Dominion, but Fernando Mendoza looks pretty good. I know the first game was the first game was a little bit of a blip, but ever since that little
week one's always shaky.
Yeah, week one's always a shaky time. I really, really, really like Indiana to win. I just think I just think it's too high.
Yeah, well, 55.5. I think if you get it at 55.5, I think that's ridiculously too high.
DraftKings has it. I think all of them have it at 52. Where'd you get 55 from?
I was looking at BetMGM, but their lines change constantly. And this was earlier in the week, so.
Highest one is Fanatics with 53. But yeah, everyone's got a solid 53.
But either way, I mean, it's still pretty high.
Yeah, I'm not lying. I could see it as one of those like 20 to 17 games that they just like grind out. Comes down to a last second field goal. But yeah, I don't really see. I'm going to roll with the under for now. I'll definitely have an official play by Saturday's live stream. So yeah.
Tune into Saturday. You'll get the full play.
Tune into I can't wait. It's exciting. It's exciting finally to have some buzz with this podcast. I feel like we haven't had buzz since.
Yeah. Oh man, Stan, yeah. I am hurting right now. That hurt. That hurt the soul.
That hurt.
That hurt the soul. When I'm telling you inches, dude, like they zoomed in onto the foul pole where it's bolted.
Let me see if I can.
Yeah, see if you can find it on
Let me
Twitter.
see if I can.
Because they zoomed in on the foul pole where it's bolted to the wall to see if it nicked the bottom, like the orange part of the just the orange part of the bolts to see if it like barely tapped it, but it didn't.
All I can see right now is the home run the other home run that he hit today, but I'll find it.
I'm sure it'll come up eventually. It was sickening.
And I looked up Juan Soto videos, and him hitting the home run against Cleveland came up. I can't even like look at that anymore. So weird.
I wish he just hit
Anyway.
one there.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, we talked baseball last episode.
Shockingly enough, Knicks and Rangers making some moves, doing some signings. Start with the Knicks. Bring back Landry Shamet. They signed Malcolm Brogdon. It seems like they're going to be trading one of the young guys, one of either Kolick or Dadier,
for another veteran piece for
There's no
two-way
reason. There's no
contract?
reason for
There-
a young
no,
guy.
there isn't.
You're in a win now mode. Like there's no reason to have a dude just
Yeah.
brought on your bench.
There's no reason, but I like the Malcolm Brogdon addition. That's a former Sixth Man of the Year, and I loved Landry Shamet in the few minutes that he had under Thibodeau, and now we have Mike Brown, and now he might be, a constant guy that comes off the bench. I'm
What was he
excited.
only good at home?
No, that was Cameron Payne.
Yeah, the stats at home versus the stats on the road.
Yeah, no, those are home road splits that just make you throw up.
Yeah, but
I really, I'm loving the Knicks going into this year. I'm loving the Knicks.
It's like I've been saying. It's Cavs, Knicks 1 and 2, and then
Guerschon Yabusele.
people who want to throw the Hawks name in these. Oh my God, they put Helsley in. But people who want to put the Hawks name in this top
I like
three,
the Hawks this year, though.
I don't think they're a top 3 team though. I still think the Magic are better than when healthy. I'm not. I still think the Magic are better.
I think it's probably going to go one of either 1A, 1B, Cavs, Knicks, however you want to put it there. Because
Doesn't matter. It goes 1A, 1B. It's
I'm
all
not
the same
really
in
in
the
the
playoffs.
I'm not really in the mood to get into a heated
Neither am
NBA
I.
debate.
It's too early. It's too early.
Wait, way too early. And then probably that second tier is probably going to be Orlando and Atlanta.
I'm
I would
I'm
imagine.
excited for NBA.
Yeah, I mean, I'm wondering where Indiana's going to finish this year. We could go into
Yeah.
this whole landscape because there's so many question marks
know.
again. What are the Lakers? The same question every year.
Every year, what are the Lakers? And then on the Rangers side of things, JT Miller is now the captain for the New York Rangers. Bit of a surprise. All signs kind of pointed at
Vinny
Trocheck.
Trocheck. I didn't really get it. But
I don't know. We'll see. That number 8, if we're terrible, if he's terrible while he's captain, that number 8 in New York is a cursed number.
he needs 10 back.
Yeah. This team's very volatile, though, I will say. Like, the top 6 and the top defensive pair looks great, and then you see the bottom 4 and then the bottom 6, and it's
You want to talk about question marks? You look at the Islanders roster and you're like, well, I hope it works. What did I see this? Well, because we just did it yesterday. Did I see anything interesting today? Yeah, you did actually. When I sent you that text, I didn't mention this in the podcast. The Deacon playing Connect 4 for prizes on campus.
I heard about this.
Yeah,
yes.
he was just sitting outside campus, just playing. He had a Connect 4 set up. He was just playing kids for like candy and like food and gift cards and stuff. But I kid you not, Stan, the line was like around the block. I was like, Jesus Christ! Like, Jesus Christ, he's really getting out there. But yeah,
Jesus Christ. No, there was a lot of the Friars at Siena. There were some like pretty good traditions that they would like make hot dogs. Like they call it Franks with Friars.
yeah. Well, you're a
The
Catholic
line for
school
that-
though.
Yeah, we are.
I'm not. That's
Well,
why it's.
Franciscan. Get it right.
You don't even know what that means.
Get it right. Hey, we're a university now.
Sorry, you got a 4-star recruit.
We did get a 4-star recruit. That was awesome. I cannot believe he went there. He's also a Syracuse kid, so he definitely went there. He definitely felt pressure by the Syracuse people. Like, you have to be with GVAC. Like, that gotta be.
Well, it was
I'm
between
excited to
them and
watch.
Providence, right? Or who was the other school? Yeah.
It was between Siena and Providence. I was shocked. It's the highest recruit in Siena history.
Crazy.
That was actually going to be what I saw. So you got to me. So great. Yeah, I'm excited to watch some Siena hoops this year. I actually may be going back up when they play Albany in the Albany Cup. That's
Hopefully-
a very
Will we
underrated
match up in a
rivalry.
tournament this year, Stan? Maybe somehow. Only way
I
is
believe we're playing each other. I
Let's
think.
go. I didn't even know that.
But it's one of those. It's one of those Thanksgiving tournaments. It's in Washington D.C.
Hey, at least it's something, At least it's something. The only way otherwise we'd match up is if we win the what?
That also
You
may
mean
be
the Big East?
the American East.
Yeah.
Actually, no. You're in the same as Vermont, I think.
Yeah, whatever Vermont's in, that's what we're in.
Oh no, I apologize. No, UMass Lowell being played
Damn.
in the
Capital Classic, we have Longwood tournament team, American tournament team, and UMaine, not a tournament team. Came close to winning the tournament, though, or winning their conference tournament.
I'm excited.
What is UMass Lowell in? Is it the American
they're
East?
They're in the American East.
All right, yeah.
The hockey schedule dropped. I don't even know if the basketball one did. Oh, it did. It did.
No, it did, yeah.
It's not.
Duke, again, has a loaded non-conference schedule. We play Florida, play Arkansas, Kansas, at one point, Texas Tech at the Garden.
Oh, UMass Lowell versus Binghamton. There we go. There's something.
Oh, wow. There's something for you to enjoy.
Yeah.
All right. That's going to wrap it up. Be sure to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. Be sure to like this video on YouTube, subscribe to our YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube. Be sure to follow us and rate us on Spotify.
5 stars.
5 stars only. And we see you guys Saturday and Sunday for our live stream. Remember, Saturday, 11 a.m. before the noon games kick off for college football. And then on Sunday, noon live stream before the 1 o'clock game. NFL games kick off. TikTok, Instagram, whichever one you join, we don't care. Just join it anyway.
Because we'll be there.
We'll be there. Oh, yeah, we'll be there. Enjoy the games this weekend, and we will see you guys on Tuesday for our Week 4 college football and Week 3 recap. All right? Peace out, guys.